Number 1. Lab-grown meat becomes commercial reality. 2020 to 2023. For the first time in history, lab-grown meat, also known as cultivated meat, became available to consumers. Singapore approved its sale in 2020, and in 2023, the US followed suit. Companies grow animal muscle tissue from a small sample of cells in bioreactors, eliminating the need for slaughter. This method reduces environmental impact, uses less land and water, and could drastically reduce animal suffering. As costs fall, it may become a sustainable alternative to traditional meat. Number 2. James Webb Space Telescope reveals earliest galaxies. 2022. In July 2022, NASA released the first images from the James Webb Space Telescope, and the results stunned the scientific community. The James Webb Space Telescope spotted fully formed galaxies that existed just 300 to 400 million years after the Big Bang, far earlier than most models predicted galaxies could form. These galaxies appeared unusually bright and massive, suggesting that star formation in the early universe was far more rapid and efficient than expected. This discovery challenges long-held assumptions about cosmic evolution and may require rewriting the timeline of how the first galaxies assembled and matured. The telescope's infrared capabilities allow it to peer through cosmic dust and back in time further than ever before, revealing the earliest known epochs of galaxy formation. Number 3. CRISPR cures genetic diseases in living patients. 2020 to 2023. The gene editing tool CRISPR-Cas9 moved from lab experiments into living human trials, successfully treating genetic disorders at the DNA level. In 2020, a woman with sickle cell anemia and another with beta thalassemia received edited cells that reactivated fetal hemoglobin production, essentially curing their symptoms. More recently, CRISPR was delivered directly into the body to treat transthyretin amyloidosis, a deadly disease caused by misfolded proteins. The therapy used a lipid nanoparticle to transport CRISPR to liver cells, cutting out the faulty gene with stunning precision. These early victories signal a new era of genetic medicine where diseases are not just managed but permanently corrected at their root. Number 4. Room temperature superconductivity achieved. 2020. Superconductivity, the phenomenon where electrical resistance drops to zero, typically occurs only at ultra-cold temperatures near absolute zero. But in 2020, scientists from the University of Rochester created a material, a hydrogen sulfide and carbon compound, that exhibited superconductivity at 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit, though under extreme pressure of 267 gigapascals, almost 2 million times Earth's atmosphere. This marked the first time room temperature superconductivity had ever been observed. While the requirement of such high pressure makes it impractical for now, the finding is a monumental step toward futuristic technologies like maglev trains, frictionless electronics, and perfect power transmission. If future materials can replicate this effect under normal pressures, it could revolutionize entire industries. Number 5. Synthetic embryos created without sperm or egg. 2022. In a breakthrough that blurs the line between biology and engineering, researchers at the Weizmann Institute in Israel created synthetic mouse embryos from stem cells, no sperm, egg, or womb involved. The embryos developed structures resembling real embryos, a beating heart, rudimentary brain folds, and a yolk sac. The process used a rotating bottle incubator to simulate a uterus. These embryo-like models allow scientists to study early development without relying on animal breeding, potentially revealing the origins of miscarriages and birth defects. Though the embryos aren't viable beyond a certain stage, the achievement marks a major leap in synthetic biology and regenerative medicine. Number 6. Microplastics found in human blood and organs. 2022. Scientists confirmed the presence of microplastics, tiny plastic fragments less than 5 millimeters wide, in human blood for the first time. Traces of polyethylene, polystyrene, and PET, commonly used in bottles, were found in 80% of test subjects. Other studies found them in lungs, liver, kidney tissue, and even placental fluid. This startling discovery suggests that microplastics, long known to pollute oceans and food chains, are also infiltrating human biology. Although the health effects are still unknown, Early studies suggest links to inflammation, hormone disruption, and impaired immunity. It has triggered urgent global research into how pervasive plastics affect long-term health. Number 7. Quantum teleportation over record distance. 2020. Quantum teleportation is the transfer of quantum information, such as a particle state, between two locations without physical movement. In 2020, scientists at Fermilab and Caltech achieved this over 44 kilometers using standard fiber optic cable. The process relies on quantum entanglement, where two particles are so deeply linked that changes to one affect the other instantaneously, even when separated. This breakthrough lays the groundwork for a quantum internet, which could enable ultra-secure communications, unhackable data, and entirely new forms of computing. It's a foundational step toward the future of information technology. Number 8. Lab-grown brain cells learn to play Pong. 2022. In a jaw-dropping experiment, researchers grew human brain organoids, small clusters of neurons, in a dish and taught them to play the game Pong. The neurons were connected to the game environment via electrodes, and over time, the mini-brains learned to improve their paddle movements through feedback. This was the first time a lab-grown neural network showed signs of self-organizing and learning in real time. The system, dubbed DishBrain, offers insights into brain function, learning, and consciousness, and raises provocative questions about the ethical status of such creations. Number 9. 48,500-year-old viruses revived from permafrost. 2022. As climate change melts ancient permafrost, long-dormant microbes and viruses are being uncovered. In 2022, scientists successfully revived 9 different zombie viruses, the oldest of which had been frozen for 48,500 years. These microbes were still infectious, though only to amoebas, suggesting that ancient pathogens could survive much longer than previously believed. While no human-infecting viruses have yet been revived, the possibility poses a risk to public health as more permafrost thaws across Siberia and Alaska. This research serves as both a scientific curiosity and a climate warning. Number 10. First ever image of a black hole. 2019 and 2022. In 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope, a global network of synchronized radio dishes, captured the first direct image of a black hole's event horizon in galaxy M87. The photo revealed a glowing orange ring around a dark shadow, matching predictions from Einstein's relativity. Then in 2022, the same team imaged the supermassive black hole at the center of our own Milky Way, Sagittarius A star. These observations confirmed that black holes are real objects with measurable structure, opening the door to testing the limits of general relativity under extreme conditions. Number 11. Earth's inner core may be reversing spin. 2023. In early 2023, seismic data revealed a surprising twist in our planet's geology. Earth's solid inner core may be slowing down, pausing, or even reversing its rotation relative to the surface. The core, composed mostly of iron and nickel, rotates independently within the liquid outer core. Variations in earthquake wave travel times over decades revealed that its speed appears to oscillate in a 70-year cycle. This strange behavior could influence Earth's magnetic field, affect the length of days, and offer new clues about our planet's deep interior dynamics. Number 12. Microbial life discovered deep beneath ocean crust. 2020. In an expedition to ancient seabed sediments buried deep under the Pacific Ocean, scientists found living microbes that had been dormant for more than 100 million years. Resurrected by nutrients in the lab, the bacteria began reproducing again. The discovery proves that life can persist under extreme pressure, in nutrient-poor environments, and over immense time spans. It expands the known limits of life on Earth and supports the possibility that life could survive beneath the surfaces of Mars, Europa, or Enceladus. Number 13. Malaria vaccine approved by WHO. 2021. After more than 30 years of research, the World Health Organization approved the RTS-ACE-01 malaria vaccine, the first vaccine against a parasitic disease. Although it provides only 30% protection against severe malaria, it's a life-saving tool in sub-Saharan Africa, where malaria kills over 400,000 people annually, mostly children. The vaccine works by targeting the Plasmodium parasite before it can infect the liver. It is already being administered widely, and next-generation vaccines may offer even higher efficacy in coming years. Number 14. Human cells revived after death. 2022. Yale scientists used a specialized fluid called Organex to restore some cellular functions in pig organs an hour after death. Blood flow, oxygen delivery, and even gene expression resumed in the heart, kidneys, and liver. Though the animals did not regain consciousness and brain function remained minimal, this breakthrough has huge implications. It could redefine medical definitions of death, improve organ transplant viability, and potentially extend the window for resuscitation after cardiac arrest. Number 15. Commercial carbon capture plants go online. 2023. New direct air capture (DAC) facilities, like those built by Climeworks in Iceland, now pull CO2 directly from the atmosphere and store it underground as rock. These plants sequester thousands of tons of carbon annually and offer a scalable way to offset emissions from aviation and heavy industry. While expensive today, costs are falling and governments are beginning to subsidize large-scale deployment. If paired with renewable energy, DAC could play a crucial role in reaching net zero climate goals. Number 16. Octopuses edit their own genetic code in real time. 2020. Unlike most animals that rely solely on DNA mutations over generations, octopuses and squid can edit their RNA on the fly. This allows them to produce different proteins without changing their genes, a remarkable form of adaptive intelligence. It may help explain their problem-solving skills, camouflage, and ability to adapt rapidly to temperature changes. Understanding this RNA editing could unlock new approaches in neuroscience and synthetic biology. Number 17. Unexpected water found on Moon's sunlit surface. 2020. NASA's SOFIA Flying Observatory detected molecular water, H2O, on sunlit areas of the Moon, specifically in Clavius crater. Previously, scientists thought lunar water only existed in permanently shadowed polar regions. This finding suggests that water may be more widespread and accessible than believed. Future missions could harvest this water for fuel and life support, making lunar exploration and colonization more viable. Number 18. AlphaFold predicts 200+ million protein structures. 2021. In what may be one of the most important advances in computational biology, DeepMind's AlphaFold AI predicted the 3D structures of over 200 million proteins, nearly every protein known to science. The structure of a protein determines its function, but solving these structures experimentally takes years. AlphaFold achieved it in minutes with accuracy rivaling lab methods. This has turbocharged research in drug discovery, enzyme design, vaccine development, and understanding diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's. The tool has been made open access, accelerating progress across disciplines from agriculture to neuroscience. Number 19. First Alzheimer's drug to modify disease progression. 2022. Lecanemab, a drug developed by Eisai and Biogen, showed in clinical trials that it slowed cognitive decline by 27% in patients with early Alzheimer's. It works by clearing amyloid plaques, sticky protein clumps that interfere with neuron communication. While not a cure, it's the first therapy that affects the disease's underlying biology rather than just symptoms. It was granted accelerated approval by the FDA, offering hope to millions of families worldwide. Number 20. The Human Pangenome Project. 2023. The original Human Genome Project mapped a single reference genome, but it lacked genetic diversity. In 2023, scientists released a human pangenome that includes high-quality genome sequences from over 40 individuals of diverse backgrounds. It captures 99% of known human genetic variation and fills in previously missing segments of DNA. This will greatly improve personalized medicine, disease diagnosis, and understanding of genetic ancestry and evolution. Number 21. Lab-grown human embryos develop without implantation. 2023. In a groundbreaking study, scientists grew synthetic human embryo-like structures from stem cells that developed features such as a primitive gut, early brain tissue, and heart-like beating. These structures mimicked embryos up to day 14 of development, the legal research limit in many countries. Created without sperm, egg, or womb, they open unprecedented opportunities to study early development, infertility, and miscarriages. However, they also raise ethical concerns about defining the beginning of life and the potential for future synthetic human development. Number 22. AI-designed enzymes created in days. 2022. Traditionally, designing enzymes, proteins that catalyze chemical reactions, takes years of lab experimentation. But using deep learning algorithms like ESM-Fold and ProGen, scientists began generating custom enzymes in just days. In one case, an AI-designed enzyme was created, synthesized, and shown to function in the lab within a week. This ability to quickly design biological catalysts from scratch could revolutionize green chemistry, drug manufacturing, and even environmental cleanup by tailoring enzymes to break down plastics or pollutants. Number 23. First image of Milky Way's magnetic field. 2020. Using data from the SOFIA Airborne Telescope, astronomers captured the first detailed image of the magnetic field around Sagittarius A*, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. Dust grains aligned with the magnetic field revealed sweeping structures that guide gas into the black hole. Understanding these magnetic flows is critical to understanding star formation, galactic structure, and the behavior of matter under extreme gravitational conditions. Number 24. Brain signals translated into speech in real time. 2021. Scientists developed a brain-computer interface, BCI, capable of translating neural activity into text in real time. In one case, a paralyzed man who couldn't speak was able to type by simply thinking words. Electrodes implanted in his brain decoded speech-related motor intentions, achieving a communication speed of 15 words per minute with about 75% accuracy. This milestone advances assistive technology for people with paralysis or locked-in syndrome and moves towards seamless brain-to-text communication. Number 25. The oldest known human footprints in North America. 2021. Archaeologists discovered fossilized footprints in White Sands, New Mexico, that are between 21,000 and 23,000 years old. This significantly predates the previously accepted timeline of human migration to the Americas. The prints, mostly from children and teenagers, suggest sustained human presence during the Ice Age, challenging the Clovis first model and pointing to earlier, possibly coastal migrations into the New World. Number 26. First successful transplant of a pig heart into a human. 2022. A 57-year-old man received the first genetically modified pig heart transplant as a last resort procedure. The pig heart, altered to prevent rejection, functioned in the patient for 2 months. A remarkable advance, despite eventual complications. The surgery was a historic milestone in xenotransplantation, the field of using animal organs to save human lives, and a hopeful step towards solving the global shortage of donor organs. Number 27. AI outperforms radiologists in breast cancer detection. 2020 to 2023. Deep learning models trained on thousands of mammograms began outperforming expert radiologists in detecting early signs of breast cancer. These systems reduce false positives and misdiagnoses, providing second opinion support to doctors. Google's AI model, for instance, reduced false negatives by 9.4% and false positives by 5.7%. With FDA approval for clinical use, AI is now being integrated into real-world radiology to improve diagnostic speed and accuracy. Number 28. Venus shows possible signs of life, then reconsidered. 2020 to 2021. In 2020, astronomers reported detecting phosphine, a gas often produced by microbes in Venus's upper atmosphere. Since phosphine is hard to make without life on Earth, the discovery made headlines as a potential biosignature. However, follow-up studies questioned the findings, citing possible data processing errors or alternative chemical explanations. While not definitive proof of life, it reignited interest in Venus and led to upcoming missions like NASA's Veritas and ESA's Envision. Number 29. Biodegradable plastic made from salmon sperm. 2021. Researchers in China developed a biodegradable plastic using salmon sperm DNA and vegetable oil. The resulting material, known as DNA plastic, is moldable, biodegradable in water, and recyclable. It avoids many of the toxic chemicals used in traditional plastics. While not yet scalable for mass production, the breakthrough hints at a future where sustainable bioplastics could replace petroleum-based materials in packaging, electronics, and medical tools. Number 30. Insects feel something like pain. 2020. A study on fruit flies revealed that when injured, they develop long-term hypersensitivity, a biological feature akin to chronic pain in humans. The injured flies avoided minor stimuli more than uninjured ones, suggesting changes in their nervous systems that persist after the wound heals. This challenges assumptions about insect sentience and may influence ethical considerations in pest control, research, and food production. Number 31. AI completes a mathematician's proof. 2021. Google's DeepMind used machine learning to assist in solving complex conjectures and not theory and representation theory. Fields of pure mathematics. The AI didn't just solve known problems. It discovered novel relationships and patterns that human mathematicians had missed, then guided humans to formalize proofs. This hybrid approach is becoming a new model for mathematical discovery, potentially accelerating the pace of theoretical science. Number 32. Coral reefs spawn in lab for first time. 2020. Australian researchers succeeded in triggering full coral spawning in laboratory tanks, simulating moonlight, water temperature, and chemical cues. This allowed them to grow large numbers of baby corals for reef restoration. By raising corals in controlled environments, scientists aim to boost reef resilience and transplant climate-tolerant species into bleached reefs, a major tool to fight global coral decline caused by warming oceans. Number 33. World's deepest land-dwelling animal discovered. 2022. A tiny springtail insect species was found living in the Krubera Cave in Georgia, 1.7 kilometers below the Earth's surface. This microarthropod survives in complete darkness, extreme pressure, and cold. It represents a new frontier in biological exploration and shows that complex multicellular life can thrive in conditions once thought too harsh. The discovery also aids in understanding extremophiles and the limits of terrestrial biology. Number 34. Gene therapy restores partial vision to blind man. 2021. In a clinical trial in Paris, a man with a genetic condition called retinitis pigmentosa regained partial sight using optogenetics, a technique that uses light-sensitive proteins from algae to stimulate retinal cells. He could now detect and count objects with special goggles. Though not full restoration, the breakthrough offers hope for millions with hereditary blindness and is the first proof of concept for optogenetics in human therapy. Number 35. The world's first mRNA cancer vaccine begins trials. 2023. Building on the success of mRNA COVID-19 vaccines, scientists launched trials for an mRNA-based cancer vaccine targeting melanoma. Unlike traditional vaccines, this one teaches the immune system to recognize the unique mutations on a patient's tumor cells. Early data suggests boosted immune responses with minimal side effects. If successful, it could usher in an era of personalized, programmable cancer immunotherapies. Number 36. Seagrass meadow found to be largest plant on Earth. 2022. Off the coast of Australia, scientists discovered a single giant seagrass plant stretching 180 kilometers, 110 miles, making it the largest known plant on Earth. This enormous clone has been growing for about 4,500 years and covers over 200 square kilometers. It plays a vital role in carbon capture, habitat creation, and erosion control. The find highlights the importance of preserving oceanic meadows and climate and biodiversity efforts. Number 37. The first AI to generate functional antibodies. 2022. Scientists at In Silico Medicine used AI to generate new antibody structures from scratch. These were synthesized and shown to bind with high affinity to target proteins, a process that usually takes years of lab work. AI-generated antibodies could accelerate drug development, especially for new infectious diseases, cancer targets, or autoimmune conditions, offering tailored therapeutic molecules in weeks instead of months. Number 38. Discovery of a dormant microcontinent under Europe. 2021. Geologists uncovered the remnants of a long-lost continent called Greater Adria, hidden beneath southern Europe. Once the size of Greenland, It existed 100 million years ago before being subducted under Europe due to tectonic plate collisions. Its rocks and fossils are still found in the Alps, Apennines, and Balkans. The discovery helps reconstruct Earth's ancient geography and explains the complex geology of the Mediterranean region. Number 39. Trees found communicating with each other underground. 2020 to 2023. Fungi-connected tree root systems, known as mycorrhizal networks or the Wood Wide Web, allow trees to share nutrients and chemical signals. Recent studies showed that trees send warning signals about drought or pest attacks and redistribute resources to saplings or sick neighbors. This collaborative behavior challenges the notion of trees as solitary organisms and highlights how forests function as interconnected communities. Number 40. A new type of aurora discovered. Steve. 2018 to 2020. Amateur skywatchers and scientists identified a new atmospheric phenomenon, a thin ribbon of purple and green light they dubbed Steve. Unlike traditional auroras, Steve is not caused by solar particles but by a stream of hot, fast-moving ions in Earth's upper atmosphere. Its full origin remains a mystery, but its discovery shows how citizen science and satellite data together can uncover new phenomena even in well-studied fields like atmospheric science. Number 41. Human brain organoids developed by structures. 2021. In a surreal twist of science and biology, researchers grew brain organoids, miniature brain-like tissues from human stem cells that spontaneously developed eye-like structures called optic cups. These primitive eyes even responded to light, producing electrical signals similar to those of real retinas. The discovery offers a new way to study eye and brain development, congenital disorders, and even the early origins of sight itself. It also raises deep questions about the level of consciousness such organoids might attain as they grow more complex. Number 42. World's fastest camera captures light in motion. 2020. Researchers created a camera that can capture an astonishing 70 trillion frames per second, fast enough to photograph individual light particles, photons, traveling through space. This technology, known as compressed ultrafast photography, CUP, allows scientists to watch quantum events and chemical reactions as they unfold in real time. It opens up new frontiers in physics, optics, and even biomedical imaging, where tracking ultrafast processes could lead to new treatments or materials. Number 43. AI translates ancient languages without Rosetta Stones. 2020. MIT researchers developed an AI that can decipher dead languages, such as Ugaritic and Linear B, without needing a bilingual reference like the Rosetta Stone. The system uses pattern recognition, semantic similarities, and evolutionary linguistics to reconstruct probable meanings of words and grammatical rules. This breakthrough could unlock entire lost civilizations by translating inscriptions and texts that have remained undeciphered for centuries. Number 44. Bacteria found that can eat metal. 2020. In a surprising discovery, Caltech scientists identified a new strain of bacteria, Metallobacterium, that consumes manganese for energy and leaves behind oxidized metal crusts. Found in tap water pipes, this microorganism performs chemosynthesis using metal instead of sunlight, a process previously only hypothesized. The implications are vast, from developing self-cleaning water systems to understanding the deep biosphere and perhaps extraterrestrial life that uses unusual chemical pathways to survive. Number 45. Bioluminescent sharks discovered in the deep ocean. 2021. Marine biologists documented the largest known luminous vertebrate, the kitefin shark. Found in the waters off New Zealand, it emits a gentle blue glow using light-producing organs called photophores. This glow likely helps the shark avoid predators or hunt in the pitch-black deep sea. Other smaller bioluminescent sharks were also discovered in the same region. These findings add to our understanding of how life adapts to extreme environments and how common light emission is in the deep ocean. Number 46. Male contraceptive pill passes human safety trials. 2022. For decades, contraceptive innovation focused almost exclusively on women. In 2022, a non-hormonal male birth control pill passed its first human safety trials with no serious side effects. It works by targeting proteins necessary for sperm mobility, temporarily rendering men infertile without affecting testosterone levels. The drug could provide a reversible, side effect-free contraceptive option for men, a major step toward gender-balanced reproductive responsibility. Number 47. First fossil evidence of a dinosaur killed on the day of the impact. 2022. Paleontologists uncovered fossils in North Dakota that appear to capture the exact moment the asteroid struck Earth 66 million years ago. A well-preserved leg bone from a dinosaur, along with fish that inhaled ejected debris, suggests they died within minutes of the impact. The site, dubbed Tanis, contains an astonishing array of fossils rapidly buried in sediment, possibly from a tsunami or seiche wave caused by the impact. It's the clearest fossil snapshot of Earth's most infamous extinction event. Number 48. First wireless brain implant restores mobility to paralyzed man. 2023. In a medical first, a man paralyzed from the waist down was able to walk using only his thoughts, thanks to a wireless, digital bridge that connects his brain signals to electrodes implanted in his spine. The brain implant reads movement intentions, processes them with AI, and sends commands directly to spinal nerves, bypassing the damaged spinal cord. This mind-controlled mobility system is a revolutionary leap in neuroprosthetics and may help millions regain independence after spinal injuries. Number 49. Discovery of a fifth blood type component. 2021. Beyond the familiar A, B, AB, and O blood types lies a rarer world of antigen systems. In 2021, scientists discovered a previously unknown antigen system dubbed AIR, which may help explain rare cases of hemolytic disease in newborns or failed blood transfusions. The discovery refines our understanding of blood compatibility and could improve safety in transfusions, organ transplants, and prenatal care, especially for patients with rare or incompatible blood profiles. Number 50. Milky Way's missing matter finally found. 2020. Astronomers had long puzzled over the missing baryon problem, ordinary matter predicted by models but not observed in galaxies like our own. In 2020, using X-ray observations, they detected hot, diffuse gas filaments between galaxies, especially around the Milky Way. This ionized matter was hiding in the cosmic web, hot enough to emit X-rays, but too sparse to see otherwise. It resolves a major cosmological mystery and improves our understanding of how galaxies evolve and interact. Number 51. Synthetic spider silk made without spiders. 2021. Spider silk is stronger than steel and lighter than most plastics, but farming spiders is near impossible due to their cannibalistic nature. In 2021, scientists bioengineered bacteria and yeast to produce silk proteins, then spun them into synthetic threads nearly identical to real silk. The result is a super-strong, biodegradable fiber with applications in medical sutures, bulletproof armor, and aerospace engineering. And it's scalable, no spiders required. Number 52. Giant underwater freshwater reservoir found off Hawaii. 2023. Using electromagnetic imaging, researchers discovered a vast freshwater aquifer beneath the ocean floor near Hawaii's Big Island. Trapped in volcanic rock layers, this massive reservoir may contain billions of gallons of potable water. It could prove vital in future climate crises, offering a new kind of offshore freshwater resource and altering how island nations manage water security. Number 53. New species of ancient human identified. Homo luzonensis. 2019. In a cave in the Philippines, scientists uncovered remains of a previously unknown human species, Homo luzonensis. Dated to about 67,000 years ago, these small-bodied hominins had a mix of primitive and advanced traits, such as curved finger bones, suggesting tree climbing, and unique molars. Their discovery rewrites migration timelines and underscores the diversity of ancient humans in Southeast Asia, complicating our species' evolutionary story. Number 54. DeepMind's AI solves 50-year-old puzzle of protein folding. 2020. Before AlphaFold mapped the protein universe, it cracked a puzzle that had stumped biologists for decades: how proteins fold into functional shapes. Proteins begin as strings of amino acids, but their function depends on their 3D form, often unpredictable. AlphaFold 2, using deep learning, could predict these forms with atomic accuracy, often matching or surpassing lab methods. It's now being used to model unknown proteins in viruses, bacteria, and the human body, a revolution for biology. Number 55. World's largest plant fossil reveals tree-like algae. 2022. A 1.6 billion-year-old fossil discovered in India turned out to be an ancient red alga, far larger and more complex than any life thought to exist at that time. Its size and structure suggest that multicellular life began much earlier than previously believed. This discovery pushes back the timeline of complex life and offers new insights into the evolutionary leap from single-celled organisms to plants and animals. Number 56. Smart contact lenses can monitor glucose in tears. 2021. Engineers developed smart contact lenses embedded with microscopic sensors that monitor glucose levels from tear fluid. For diabetics, this non-invasive method could replace finger prick tests. Some versions also have wireless transmitters, displaying data in real time on mobile apps. Future iterations may track other biomarkers like cortisol or intraocular pressure, transforming contact lenses into powerful personal health monitors. Number 57. Octopus sleep reveals possible dream states. 2021. Researchers observing octopuses in captivity found they undergo rapid eye movement, REM-like sleep cycles, a stage associated with dreaming in humans. During this phase, the octopuses changed color and moved their arms slightly. This suggests a possible form of dreaming or memory consolidation in cephalopods, animals already known for their intelligence. The findings blur lines between human and animal consciousness, adding to our understanding of sleep and cognition in non-mammals. Number 58. Bioelectricity used to regrow frog legs. 2022. In a breakthrough for regenerative medicine, researchers stimulated frog leg regrowth using a combination of drugs and bioelectric signaling, reawakening dormant regeneration pathways. Over several months, the frogs regrew functional, jointed limbs. While frogs don't naturally regrow limbs as adults, the success hints at future therapies that could trigger human regeneration after amputation or injury. Number 59. Moonquake maps reveal lunar tectonics. 2019 to 2023. NASA's InSight and Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter missions detected and mapped thousands of moonquakes, revealing that the moon is still tectonically active. Fault lines and landslides show that the moon is gradually shrinking and quaking, a surprising fact for what was thought to be a geologically dead world. Understanding lunar tectonics is key to planning future bases and could inform planetary geology on other rocky worlds. Number 60. Lab-grown skin that sweats and grows hair. 2020. Japanese scientists developed bioengineered skin grafts complete with sweat glands and hair follicles. When transplanted onto mice, the skin integrated with nerves and blood vessels, functioning like natural skin. This is a critical advance for burn victims, reconstructive surgery, and cosmetic testing, and it moves us closer to fully functional artificial organs and tissues made from a patient's own cells. Number 61. COVID-19 mRNA vaccines developed in record time. 2020. The first vaccines for COVID-19, developed by Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna, used mRNA technology, a method never before deployed in humans. Instead of using live or inactivated virus, these vaccines deliver genetic instructions that teach cells to produce a harmless version of the spike protein, prompting an immune response. What's extraordinary is how quickly this was achieved. Design began within days of sequencing the virus in January 2020, and vaccines were available by December. Their success not only helped control the pandemic, but opened a new era in vaccine development, including potential mRNA treatments for cancer, flu, and HIV. Number 62. Living robots built from frog cells. 2020. Scientists created the first living robots, dubbed Xenobots, using cells from African clawed frog embryos. These programmable life forms can move, heal themselves, and work cooperatively to perform tasks. Later versions could even reproduce by gathering loose cells to build new Xenobots. Though tiny, under 1 millimeter, these soft-bodied organisms hint at an entirely new class of programmable biological machines. Applications may include delivering drugs, cleaning microplastics, or repairing tissues, but they also raise ethical questions about artificial life. Number 63. New quantum state of matter, time crystals. 2021. Physicists at Google and other institutions created a time crystal, a state of matter that defies traditional laws of thermodynamics. Unlike normal crystals, which repeat in space, like a snowflake, time crystals repeat in time without consuming energy. They oscillate between configurations indefinitely. Created within quantum computers using superconducting qubits, time crystals offer insight into non-equilibrium systems and could be foundational for future quantum memory and computation. A glimpse into physics beyond the textbook. Number 64. Deep-sea fish found with mirror-like eyes. 2021. In the dark ocean depths, scientists discovered fish like the brown-snout spook fish and tubai fish that evolved mirrored eyes, the only known animals to do so. Unlike lenses, their eyes use reflective plates to focus light, letting them detect the faintest glimmers in darkness. These adaptations highlight the remarkable diversity of deep-sea evolution and could inspire optical technologies like night vision devices or low-light cameras. Number 65. A new human organ identified, the interstitium. 2018 to 2021. Researchers discovered a previously overlooked structure throughout the body called the interstitium, a network of fluid-filled compartments beneath the skin and around organs. Once thought to be dense connective tissue, it turns out to be a dynamic system involved in fluid drainage, immune response, and possibly cancer metastasis. If confirmed as an organ, it could reshape our understanding of anatomy and disease progression, particularly inflammation and how tumors spread. Number 66. Zombie genes activate after death. 2021. After death, certain genes in the human brain, particularly those involved in inflammation and repair, become active for hours or even days. This postmortem gene expression, sometimes in glial cells, suggests the brain begins a final attempt to repair itself even after the body dies. The discovery has implications for organ donation, forensic science, and understanding the biological process of dying at a cellular level. Number 67. Heat waves in the ocean create marine wildfires. 2021 to 2023. As global temperatures rise, scientists observed increasingly frequent and intense marine heat waves, sudden, extreme warming events in the ocean. These underwater wildfires devastate coral reefs, kelp forests, and fisheries. The 2023 Pacific heat wave saw temperatures soar over 5 degrees Celsius above average, killing millions of marine organisms. Unlike terrestrial fires, these marine events are invisible, but their ecological and economic damage is profound, affecting everything from food chains to carbon absorption. Number 68. Human cells function on synthetic DNA letters. 2019. Traditionally, DNA uses 4 nucleotide letters: A, T, G, and C. In 2019, researchers expanded the genetic alphabet by inserting synthetic bases, X and Y, into E. coli bacteria, creating an organism with 6-letter DNA. These bacteria successfully used the new letters to make proteins with non-natural amino acids. It marks a milestone in synthetic biology and could lead to designer proteins, new medicines, and entirely novel forms of life. Number 69. First carbon-negative cement created. 2023. Concrete is responsible for 8% of global CO2 emissions, largely from cement. In 2023, companies developed cement formulations that not only reduced emissions but actively absorbed carbon as they hardened. One approach used algae-based biocement, while others incorporated mineralization of CO2 into calcium carbonate. This carbon-negative cement could be critical to building infrastructure while reversing emissions, and has begun testing in pilot construction projects. Number 70. The first unkillable quantum code demonstrated. 2022. A major hurdle in quantum computing is quantum decoherence, fragile states that collapse under disturbance. In 2022, scientists created a quantum error correction code that could repeatedly detect, and fix errors without destroying the information. Dubbed the Bacon-Shore code, it marks a crucial step towards stable, scalable quantum computers. These machines could one day revolutionize cryptography, materials science, and complex simulations. Number 71. 3D printed organs reach transplant stage. 2022 to 2023. Researchers succeeded in printing miniature human organs, such as kidneys and liver tissue, using patient-derived stem cells and bioprinters. These organoids were not just shaped like organs. They functioned, filtering blood or metabolizing toxins. While not yet full-size for transplant, clinical trials are starting for partial grafts and patches for organ repair. Bioprinting may one day eliminate donor shortages and immune rejection. Number 72. Antarctic subglacial lake sampled for first time. 2018 to 2020. Lake Mercer lies under 1.2 kilometers of Antarctic ice, completely isolated for thousands of years. In a landmark mission, scientists drilled through the ice and retrieved sediment and water samples. To their astonishment, they found microbial life, ancient carbon, and evidence of past ecosystems. Studying such hidden worlds provides a model for life under Martian or European ice and deepens our understanding of Earth's hidden biosphere. Number 73. First real-time map of a brain making a decision. 2021. Using ultra-fast brain imaging and AI, neuroscientists captured the entire decision-making process in a mouse brain, from sensory input to action in milliseconds. By mapping this in 3D across neural networks, they observed how signals propagate and where decisions crystallize. The technique paves the way for decoding thoughts, improving brain-machine interfaces, and treating disorders like Parkinson's or OCD by identifying faulty decision pathways. Number 74. Ghost fossils reveal lost evolutionary histories. 2021. Paleontologists discovered nanofossils, microscopic imprints of long-extinct plankton, that had no body remains, only ghost outlines in ancient rocks. These fossils revealed lineages that were once dominant in Earth's oceans, later replaced or erased. The discovery expands our knowledge of biodiversity through deep time and highlights how much of life's history may be invisible in the traditional fossil record. Number 75. Astronomers witness star consumed by black hole in real time. 2022. For the first time, astronomers observed a star being torn apart by a black hole just 250 million light-years away. The event, known as a tidal disruption event, released a flash of energy 100 times brighter than a supernova. Observing it from start to finish gave scientists insight into black hole feeding habits and how these monstrous objects grow, offering rare data on the extreme physics at galactic cores. Number 76. New antibiotic discovered using AI. 2020. In a world first, MIT researchers used a machine learning algorithm to scan millions of chemical compounds and identify a molecule, halicin, with powerful antibiotic properties. Halicin kills some of the most drug-resistant bacteria and works in a novel way that doesn't rely on traditional antibiotic mechanisms. This opens a new frontier in antimicrobial research and shows how AI can accelerate discovery far beyond traditional lab methods. Number 77. Rewiring brain circuits to reverse depression in real time. 2021. Researchers developed an implantable brain device that monitors mood-related brain activity and delivers targeted electrical stimulation when depressive patterns are detected. In a landmark case, a patient with treatment-resistant depression experienced immediate relief, with effects lasting over a year. This neural pacemaker customizes therapy in real time and may revolutionize treatment for severe mental health conditions. Number 78. Earth's ozone layer on path to full recovery. 2023. Thanks to global efforts like the 1987 Montreal Protocol, the ozone hole over Antarctica is healing. In 2023, the UN reported that the ozone layer is on track to return to pre-1980 levels by 2040. This rare environmental success story proves that international cooperation, science-based policy, and timely action can reverse planetary damage, offering hope for tackling other global issues like climate change. Number 79. Deepest fish ever filmed. 2023. A juvenile snailfish was recorded swimming at 8,336 meters, over 27,000 feet, in the Isogasawara Trench, Japan. The deepest living fish ever captured on video. At those crushing pressures and near-freezing temperatures, life shouldn't function, yet it does. These delicate, translucent creatures expand our understanding of biological limits and may provide insights into pressure-resistant biomolecules or enzymes. Number 80. Ultra-processed foods alter the brain like addictive drugs. 2022 to 2023. Studies revealed that highly processed foods, rich in refined carbs, fats, and additives, hijack brain reward circuits in ways similar to addictive substances. Frequent consumption was linked to changes in dopamine signaling, impaired impulse control, and even withdrawal symptoms. This neuroscience finding may explain why processed foods are linked to obesity, metabolic disease, and mental health disorders, and why they're so hard to quit. Number 81. Oxygen found on the moon's surface for future colonies. 2021 to 2022. Researchers analyzing lunar soil samples discovered that the moon's regolith holds vast amounts of oxygen locked in oxides like silica and iron. Using known extraction techniques, enough oxygen could potentially be harvested to support human habitats. 1 square meter of lunar soil contains enough oxygen to sustain a person for days. Though not breathable as is, this oxygen could be freed through electrolysis and used in future lunar colonies, both for air and rocket fuel. Number 82. AI diagnoses rare genetic disorders from facial features. 2022. Using deep learning, an AI called Gestalt Matcher was trained to recognize over 1,000 rare genetic syndromes by analyzing facial morphology from photos. Many of these disorders are extremely difficult for doctors to identify, often taking years to diagnose. The AI rapidly matches facial patterns to known syndromes, enabling quicker diagnosis and treatment planning. In one test, it outperformed geneticists in correctly identifying ultra-rare disorders. Number 83. Human mini-hearts beat in a lab dish. 2021. Scientists bioengineered beating heart organoids from stem cells, tiny, functional mini-hearts, just a few millimeters in size. These heart organoids mimic early embryonic development, and some even develop primitive chambers and electrical signals. They allow researchers to study heart defects, test new drugs, and model cardiac diseases without animal testing. Eventually, they may contribute to growing transplantable heart tissues. Number 84. A new layer discovered in the Earth's inner core. 2023. Seismic studies revealed a hidden layer deep within Earth's inner core, a distinct central ball just 650 kilometers wide, composed of a different crystalline alignment than the surrounding iron-nickel core. This innermost inner core may preserve the earliest seismic signatures of Earth's formation and could hold clues to the planet's magnetic field origin. It's a planet within a planet, and it reshapes our geophysical models of Earth's heart. Number 85. Ancient viruses awaken from permafrost. 2022 to 2023. As Arctic permafrost melts due to climate change, researchers uncovered and revived viruses frozen for tens of thousands of years. One, named Pandarovirus yedoma, was 48,500 years old and still infectious to amoebae. While these ancient viruses don't infect humans, the discovery raises concern about unknown pathogens re-emerging from melting ice and underscores the unpredictable biological risks of global warming. Number 86. Consciousness detected in dying brains, a final, life replay. 2022 to 2024. In a series of unprecedented studies, neuroscientists recorded the brain activity of patients at the precise moment of death and found something astonishing: a surge of organized brainwaves, including gamma oscillations typically associated with consciousness, memory recall, and dreaming. In one case, a dying patient showed brainwave patterns similar to those seen during lucid dreaming and memory flashbacks for up to 30 seconds after their heart stopped. Even more startling, these signals occurred in the posterior hot zone, a region believed to be central to conscious awareness. This pattern has been likened to a final burst of mental activity where the brain could be replaying significant moments of life, as some near-death experiencers described. Subsequent animal studies in rats and human models confirmed similar surges. Some researchers now speculate that a form of conscious perception may briefly survive clinical death, challenging the boundary between life and the cessation of experience. This discovery is sparking renewed debate in neuroscience, philosophy, and medicine about the nature of death, the continuity of consciousness, and whether we truly know what it means to die. It opens a door into perhaps the most mysterious terrain of all, the final moments of the mind. Number 87. Martian meteorites contain building blocks of life. 2022. Meteorites from Mars, long studied on Earth, were found to contain organic molecules including carbon rings and ammonia-bearing compounds. These molecules, while not life, are considered prebiotic, ingredients needed to spark life's chemical beginnings. The meteorites likely formed in wet, volcanic environments on ancient Mars, supporting theories that the red planet was once habitable. This bolsters hope that evidence of ancient Martian life could still be waiting underground. Number 88. Human brain grown inside mouse skull forms connections. 2022. In a bold and controversial experiment, researchers transplanted human brain organoids into baby mouse brains. The organoids integrated, grew, and formed synapses with mouse neurons, even responding to visual stimuli. This hybrid brain model offers a powerful tool to study neurodevelopmental disorders and cognition, but also raises ethical concerns about consciousness and animal sentience. It's a glimpse into the complex future of neuroscience and chimera research. Number 89. Hidden ocean currents rewriting climate models. 2023. Using underwater gliders and satellite altimetry, scientists discovered deep ocean currents far stronger and more complex than previously known. Including jet-like flows near Antarctica, these currents play a critical role in transporting heat, carbon, and nutrients across the planet. By tracking them in real time, climate scientists can now improve models for sea level rise, storm formation, and carbon storage, all vital for understanding and predicting climate change. Number 90. Entire human genome finally decoded, including dark DNA. 2022. While the Human Genome Project ended in 2003, 8% of the genome was left unsequenced due to technological limits. In 2022, scientists finally completed the entire human genome, including the repetitive, highly variable regions known as dark DNA. These regions control gene regulation, immunity, and developmental timing and may hold keys to unexplained diseases, evolution, and what makes us uniquely human. Number 91. Cancer cells reprogrammed into normal cells. 2021. A new technique called epigenetic reprogramming was used to revert aggressive cancer cells into non-cancerous states. Instead of killing the cells, scientists tweaked their gene expression, turning them back into healthy tissue. This has been tested in pancreatic and breast cancers and could offer treatments that avoid the toxic side effects of chemotherapy. The idea of re-educating cancer cells could fundamentally change oncology. Number 92. Superconductivity achieved at room temperature. 2020. For the first time, researchers achieved superconductivity, the ability to conduct electricity without resistance, at room temperature 15 degrees Celsius, using a hydrogen-sulfur compound under extremely high pressures. While impractical for everyday use due to the crushing pressure required, it proves that room temperature superconductors are possible. If pressure barriers can be overcome, it could transform power grids, maglev trains, and quantum computing. Number 93. First CRISPR baby monkeys born with multiple gene edits. 2023. Chinese researchers used CRISPR to create twin monkeys with multiple edited genes, mimicking genetic conditions in humans. Unlike earlier attempts, these monkeys were healthy and survived long-term. Their purpose is to model human diseases with unprecedented accuracy, enabling deeper studies into Alzheimer's, aging, and immunity. But the ethical lines are thin. These are sentient primates altered at the earliest stages of life. Number 94. Unexplained heartbeat signals detected from deep space. 2022. Radio telescopes detected a mysterious, ultra-repetitive signal from a galaxy 1 billion light-years away, a fast radio burst, FRB, that pulsed every 0.2 seconds like a heartbeat. Most FRBs last milliseconds. This one persisted for 3 seconds. Its precise timing suggests it originates from a spinning neutron star or magnetar, but it doesn't match known models. It deepens the mystery around FRBs and suggests more exotic astrophysical phenomena may be involved. Number 95. Embryo created from skin cells without sperm or egg. 2022. In a landmark achievement, scientists created mouse embryos from stem cells derived entirely from skin, no sperm, egg, or uterus involved. These embryos develop beating hearts and brain folds. The process opens the door to understanding early development, preventing miscarriages, and creating synthetic organs. It also brings us closer to artificial reproduction and raises urgent ethical and philosophical questions. Number 96. First quantum teleportation between computer chips. 2020. Quantum teleportation, the transfer of quantum states between locations without moving particles, was achieved between silicon chips for the first time. This experiment used entangled particles to transfer information instantly across chips. It's a foundational advance for quantum networks and secure communication. In the future, quantum teleportation could underlie an internet faster and more secure than anything possible today. Number 97. Space-time vortexes may explain dark energy. 2023. A new theory proposes that swirling, rotating space-time structures, tiny twisters in the quantum vacuum, could be responsible for the accelerated expansion of the universe. Instead of invoking dark energy as a separate force, this idea treats expansion as an emergent property of space-time geometry itself. It's a radical reimagining of cosmology and may unify quantum mechanics with Einstein's relativity. Number 98. Brain-to-brain communication achieved in humans. 2019. Researchers created a system allowing 3 people to collaborate on tasks using brain signals alone. Brain activity was read using EEGs, transmitted to others over the internet, and interpreted as game moves, essentially a social network of brains. Though primitive, this tech hints at future direct communication of thoughts or brain-linked collaboration in military, medicine, and education. Number 99. New human ancestor. Homonality buried its dead. 2023. In a South African cave, researchers studying homonality, a small-brained hominin, found deliberate burial sites dating back 300,000 years. The remains were arranged, and symbolic etchings were found nearby. If true, this would shatter long-held beliefs that only large-brained Homo sapiens engaged in ritual behavior. It suggests complex social and cognitive traits may have evolved earlier and in more species than we thought. Number 100. Life spark recreated. Synthetic cells spontaneously form protocells. 2023. In perhaps the most profound experiment of the decade, scientists synthesized chemical conditions under which fatty acids, amino acids, and RNA-like molecules spontaneously self-assembled into protocell structures. Primitive containers capable of replication and rudimentary metabolism. This mimics what may have happened 4 billion years ago in Earth's primordial soup. The protocells formed under heat and pressure cycles similar to hydrothermal vents. This doesn't prove how life began, but it proves it could begin without external design.